Hey there everybody, Phil here for AndroidCentral.com, and here is the US Cellular HTC Desire. We've seen the Desire before. We were there when it was launched in Barcelona in February, Mobile World Congress, but it hasn't really come to the US yet. It's been in Europe, I think it's been in Canada, and it's basically been anywhere but here. Essentially, we're looking at the Nexus One with Sense, with HTC Sense on it instead of stock Android. Hang on a sec while I pry this plastic off of there. It's kind of wedged in there pretty good. Essentially the same screen. We've gone from a 3.7-inch AMOLED screen, though, to the new Super LCD screens. So we're going to get to take a look at that and see if we can really tell any difference. So far, just in a few minutes of use, I haven't. And while that's booting up, let's see what's in the box here. It looks like we have some of the standard documentation. Fine, let's, yeah. Well, I'll read that later, really, promise. Sure. And we've got some headphones, little earbuds, nothing too special there. Little HTC charger and a micro USB cable. Cool, standard stuff. Let's get all this out of the way though, shall we? So here is the Desire. And really it does feel a whole lot like the Nexus One. Same kind of soft touch rubber on the back, same size screen, and we just have Sense, right? That's really the main difference. That and the buttons down at the bottom. We've gone from capacitive buttons to the physical buttons on the Desire, and we've got a trackpad instead of a trackball. I kind of like the trackpad, actually. Those of you with the Droid Incredible on Verizon are used to that. Otherwise, kind of the same form factor. Power button and headphone jack are up top. You've got volume rocker on the side, and there's the 5-megapixel camera on the back. Pull off some more plastic. And as long as we're here, let's pry open this sucker. US Cellular with Google, with HTC Sense, we're with everybody now. So let's crack them open and see what we've got inside. Pretty easily done with the fingernail up top there. There you go, you got your battery, you got your micro SD card. And that's it, standard stuff. So, let's take a look at the phone and see what we got. There's Sense. We're used to Sense. It hasn't really changed since it launched in February. We've got 7 home screens, flip back and forth, just like always, exactly the same. There's the Leap feature, just like on the Evo and the Droid Incredible. So let's start from the beginning. We've got a little mail widget. We've got a whole slew of icons preloaded. That's actually kind of nice, so you don't have to go hunting for stuff. I don't mind when they do that, really. Let's see, my contacts backup, interesting. We're seeing more and more of that on phones these days. There, you can see you can use the trackpad to go back and forth if you want to do that instead of swiping your thumb left and right. Doesn't work up and down. More widgets, more icons, cool. Favorites, I'm not actually logged into this yet, so I won't have anything load up. Let's dive into the settings real quick and see exactly what we're dealing with. And software information. And there we go, Android 2.1 Update 1. I would assume this would get a Froyo update at some point in the future. Don't know why it wouldn't. Let's see what kind of storage we got. So we got an 8GB micro SD card in there. Not a whole lot of memory on the phone itself, but that's not overly surprising. And once you get Froyo on this thing, that'll help some because you can start moving apps to the SD card. Not a whole lot of stuff preloaded. That's nice to see. I always like it when they don't do that, especially when you're not pulling, 8 gigs of storage memory or something insane like that. So, pretty standard fare here that we've come to know with Sense and Android. Looks like we have Telenav powered navigation on board in addition to Google Maps. That's nice to see. No, I don't really want to launch it right now. Let's take a quick look at the browser. Ooh, hey, how about that? I'm on a 1X RTT. So I'm not actually in a good US Cellular service area, if at all, right? I think it's roaming, actually. So let's see if it'll pull up Android Central. And yeah, not so much. So let's dive out of there. Same old widgets, right? You hold and press to move them around. You hold on the home screen to add more widgets, and you've got a whole bunch more to choose from. Again, we've seen Sense before, hasn't changed at all. Let's see, how about we go back to the browser and see if that's caught up to us yet. Nope, okay, well, hey, look at that, through the magic of editing, we have turned Wi-Fi on, and there is Android Central, so we can take a look at how that actually works on the browser here. We don't have Flash on here yet, you're still going to need Froyo for that, but we do have Flash Lite, so you'll get some Flash content, but not the whole Flash experience. It's coming. I'm sure it's coming. It's coming. So we'll pan around a little bit, pinch to zoom, all that good stuff is still there. Whee! All right, let's back out of this. How about we look at, ooh, there's the Nexus One. You can really see how similar they are. The Nexus One, I tell you, with Froyo, has brightness issues on the auto brightness, so the screen doesn't look quite as good. But exact same size screen, really the same feel to it. I like the Desire a lot, though. Really, really nice phone. All right, there's enough of the Nexus One. How about we plop it up against, oh, the Droid 2. Same size screen. Very, very different feel between the phones. Now, here is the T-Mobile Samsung Vibrant. We're gonna have to really take a good look at these screens. The Vibrant's not even charged up right now. Let's back up a tad because we gotta squeeze in the Evo 4G, just about the biggest phone we have today, if you don't count the Droid X, but of course you do. That's how much bigger the Evo is than the Desire. That's huge. So there you go, guys. Soft touch paint, love it. And there's the HTC Desire on US Cellular. We'll see you later.